I debated on whether the Epstein story should be the top story to start today, but I decided we get back to that filth in a bit, and the names and the accusations and whether there's truth to it, and the problems it's creating for the elites caught on the web, and the issues with the underage girls being taken across international borders for possible sexual exploitation and abuse, all of that. But I set that aside because I decided I wanted to focus on the hard shift to the right politically around the world that's happening now, where people are rejecting the globalist agenda of George Soros, Bill Gates, Klaus Schwab, the Davos crowd, the World Economic Forum, the World Health Organization, and all those other organizations too. We're reaching a breaking point. And when I say we, I mean the people of the developed world, the people that are the recipients of the success of Western civilization, you and me. Because it is the citizens of the world of the so-called free countries that are now rejecting almost across the board the globalist cabal. The cabal that is rejecting the climate change fraud, that's us, rejecting the idea that you will own nothing and you will be happy. It began in countries like Italy, when voters there elected a conservative, Giorgia Meloni, who emulated the idea of national sovereignty and echoed the rigid rejection of efforts like the United Nations Agenda 2030. She was elected October of 2022. Nations like Poland and Hungary have steadfastly rejected the invasion of their nations by hordes of illegals trying to force their way in. They did not bend to the demands of the European Union and so far have stood strong. So in Italy, we saw Meloni claim the prime minister's job, like I said, in Rome, October of 22. A huge win for the citizens of the world, clawing back against the outrageous attacks on their freedom. And then other big swings came. Geert Wilders, much more recently. His right-wing party shocked the world, winning more seats than any other party during the Dutch elections. That was in November of last year. It's another clear rejection of the globalist policies. Of course, the most notable being attacks on farms, farmers, and farming in general, which is one of the strangest and most egregious assaults on personal freedom and a nation's independence. And then in Argentina, Javier Milei, the first libertarian ever elected to lead a nation, is elected to lead that nation, and also captured a massive victory that left the globalists shell-shocked again and looking to regain their footing. You see, the failed socialist policies had left Argentina with massive inflation, unemployment, a bloated, out-of-control government that was on the road to ruin. Sound familiar? Does it? Because it does to me.